Hi, my name is Major Moa, and in this video I want to share with you some of the mistakes I made while I was studying architecture. But first of all, a little bit of my background. I did my undergrad at the University of Malawi, the Polytechnic. Now it's called Malawi University of Business and Applied Sciences. I graduated in 2016, and in 2022 I went to do my master's in South Africa at the University of Cape Town and graduated this year with a Master of Architecture Professional with a distinction. And over the years, I have learned a lot and I've made several mistakes. And in this video, I'm just going to share with you some of these mistakes I made, which you can avoid. During the early stages of design, you'd rather do everything by hand because hand drawing helps you figure out your design and helps you generate ideas quicker than if you were to use CAD. So for example, you can do floor plans, design sections, just to test your ideas. So when you come up with your best idea, you can take it now to CAD. So if you do it like that, you will save a lot of time. You can also use hand drawing, especially when you're analyzing case studies or your site. For example, if you take a picture of a site and start to draw out the different elements from that picture, the observer or the person who is trying to analyze your drawing would be able to see only the parts that you want them to see and actually get the message that you're trying to send. And also in case studies, I also realized that when you draw out different elements of the design, you start to understand what the designers were thinking when they were creating the architecture piece. And that way, when you're designing your own project, it becomes easier because you would have learned a lot from that. So it's something that we need to practice as architecture students and professionals. So recently I discovered these gadgets which help you draw on the PC. Like for example, this Wacom tablet, you can connect this to your Photoshop or Illustrator and do some nice drawings, some analysis and the like. So you can use the Wacom tablet for that. For me, I haven't used this in a while because I also got the iPad, and the iPad helps me a lot. So like almost all the drawing I did for my masters were done in the iPad using Procreate. You can also use Morpholio and different other softwares, but I'm very conversant with Procreate. So if you want to know more about Procreate, you can leave me a comment and I can tell you more about it. The other mistake I made was to neglect planning my presentation layouts. Good presentation layouts help you communicate your ideas effectively and can elevate the impact of your project. And if you don't plan your presentation well, it actually sends a message to the jury or the audience that you lack attention to detail and care in your presentation, which could easily affect the way they look at your work. And it also becomes difficult for you to present the work because it'll be all over the place and you might lose the audience. Instead of you spending a good amount of time on the important aspect of your design, you find that you are going to be wasting time on stuff that will not help the audience understand your design. So you actually need to plan your presentation well, plan your layout. You will thank me later. Wow, this one was very hectic for me. When I was applying for my master's, I didn't have my first year's work, my second year's work, and some of the work I did in fourth year and third year. And I had to redo some models, drawings, and for fourth year, I also had to redo some 3D models, some perspectives and the like. So I spent time reworking on those stuff. But if I was, keeping that information properly, maybe in a drive somewhere, I wouldn't have spent a lot of time producing a portfolio. So my advice for you is that you need to keep on adding the stuff that you're doing. So what I did, I also ended up just putting more of my graduate work, and it helped a lot. So yeah, this is very important. You need to keep updating it, and make sure that you keep it in a cloud somewhere so you don't lose it. Yeah, and the last one, don't underestimate the importance of research in your design. You know, when you do a lot of research, case studies, when you study your materials, your design technology, the history about the site, the history about the people you're designing for, and every aspect of your, of your situation, it actually helps in your design. If a project is difficult for you, it means that you haven't done enough research. Gather some more insights. And when you do that, you find that you move to the next step. I used to neglect that actually in undergrad, and I used to spend a lot of time on thinking about the design, not knowing that it's actually the research aspect that helps you to move further. So don't neglect research. So these ideas are important in your schoolwork. Don't underestimate research. You have to rely on hand drawing. Keep practicing. It'll help you a lot in generating ideas. And also, you need to update your portfolios. It'll help you save time as you apply for jobs, as you apply for further studies. And also, don't neglect planning your presentation layouts. So if you like the insight, leave a comment. You can like this video and also subscribe to my channel. I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.